Hey guys, this is Pam, your favorite paralegal slash notary public from Brooks Notary and Litigation Support. So this video is just going to be the follow-up and ending to the certificate series, notary certificate series. Um, so last time we talked about Nevada, and since I've been commissioned in Nevada and California, just kind of wanted to give a little bit of insight from my personal experience relating to both. So here, let's just give you a peek at what a California certificate looks like. And again, as a notary, just in general, regardless of what state, our most common certificates are going to revolve around an acknowledgement or a jurat. So let's just take a peek at what the acknowledgments and the jurats look like. So on the Secretary of State website, I'm sorry I'm moving around so fast. On the Secretary of State website, as we were before, you would scroll down to this little menu, and I'm going to do the form, services, and fees. It's going to take us to another window. I'm sorry if it loses my little video from here to there. Okay, California Certificate of Acknowledgement. So let's click on that. So here you see that this is much different than Nevada. And in this case, there's a little box right here that has information about the validity of the certificate for the document. And basically it's stating that, this certificate can't attest that, the information is true or accurate or anything of that nature. And they recently put that in a few years back. So this has to be on every notary certificate for the state of California. If that's not there, you may have to print out your own from the state. They provided the template for you to use, so that's awesome. So you can just print it out and do it that way. But if you're like me, you kind of want to put your personal touch on stuff, then you create your own. I had my own. I'm not showing it here because I'm no longer commissioned in California, so so I don't use them. But I still have my templates, But so as you can see here, same thing: state of California, county of whichever county. Put your date. Now here, you will put your name here. So in Nevada, we don't have to put our name. We have to put only the person's name that we're notarizing, or signature that we're notarizing. And then, our information will be at the bottom. But here it's a little different. And so for the acknowledgement, California has information relating to pronouns. As you can see, he, she, they, and his, her, their. Okay, it's not highlighted. Okay, but you see it here. Sorry, his, her, and their. And so you don't want to offend anyone, so never assume. However, it's very important to make note that generally we go based on the information that is presented on the identification. But I've also seen where notaries have used their or they, you know what I mean, so that it wouldn't cause any conflict or upset anyone, because we're not in the business of upsetting people. You know what I mean? We want to just get the job done right, and we want to get it done accurately. So if it comes down to having to choose pronouns that are outside of what you may personally assume, you can use there. You can always ask, and go from there. But the general rule of thumb is we go based what's on the identification. So if someone has transitioned and into claiming a different gender identity, generally there's paperwork that can go along with that as well, and it can show that they have transitioned from man to woman, woman to man, and you can use that as identifying information as well to go along, write it in your notary book. That's very important. So that's the acknowledgement. And okay, so now let's look at the jurat. I'm back on the main screen, or the form, services, and fees screen from the Secretary of State website. And I chose this because there was extra um, skips if I would have selected Acknowledgement or Jurat. So it'll take you to another page that explains what they are, and then you have to click the link, and then that opens into another page. So I was just like, let's just cut out one step. So back here, and in the California Jurat, and let's take a look. I'm sorry, the screen's moving a little bit. I'm on my laptop, so every time I touch it or move it, it moves. Um, so as you can see here, same thing. The little box is here again because it has to be on top of, or it has to be on every California document, or not California document, but every California notary certificate. So same information, state of California, county of, and then of course this is dealing with a sworn statement, and so you put in your date, and then you will put in the individual's name. This time you don't have to put your name or your title as you did with the acknowledgement. This time you're putting in the individuals or the signers, if it's more than one, their information in there. And then you would go ahead and stamp and sign. Make sure that anytime you are notarizing anything, that the documents are completed. You don't want to stamp and sign anything that's not fully completed, because people can add stuff in later and that can get you in trouble. Also, you want to make sure there's no spaces that are not being utilized, as I did in the Nevada video. You see how this is an extra line. What if you can just fit John Smith here, but there's still an extra line there? You want to kind of do a squiggle line or something, just kind of cross out so that no one can write in any additional information that, or another person that wasn't there when you witnessed the signatures or signature. So just a little, notary tip to protect yourself from, fraud. People pull little tricks and schemes sometimes. I've seen it really bad. And so you have to be very, very careful. And, just a quick little side story. I watch a lot of crime shows. I'm kind of a dork that way. And there was one in particular that revolved around a murder. And there was someone that had someone sign over property before they were killed. And the documentation had to be notarized. Now, this particular notary never saw the signer, never verified the identification, the signature, anything. So I'm assuming that based on what happened, the criminal paid the notary, to just go ahead and sign, accept the signature and notarize documentation. But it later came out that the individual was murdered, and so the property was essentially stolen. And so then the notary got in trouble. Of course, their commission got revoked, and then now they're serving jail time. For them it was a quick payday, but come to find out, this person ends up getting killed. You know what I'm saying? So that they can get this property, someone can take their property. So, um, never notarize anything that you can't verify yourself. So, with all that said, I would like to go ahead and wrap up the video here. And as you can see, the state of California offers these templates for you to use, which is awesome. You can just download them, or you could create your own, as I said before. If you are interested in keeping up with the channel, look us up on YouTube, Brooks Notary and Litigation Support. And you can also look me up, social media. My handle is @Brooks Notary for everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And if you like to get some notary gear or paralegal gear, you can check out bnlsstore.com. Or if you need to book services, you can go to brooksnotary.com. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, guys.